The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And coming right up, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Taking a look at the Hornets, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie? Back in the day, everyone tried to play a
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Chase, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there at Tony Roden. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Jefferson. And it's Goodman in at the power forward. And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Here's Fareed. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist. And here's Charlotte, fresh from a win against Portland.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
From deep, Gallinari, and that one's good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now, here's Roden. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Drobniak. He's covered by Chase. Screen by Nurkic. Up off the screen.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Both free throws good from Fareed. For Charlotte, they've gotten their first three shots to go in for them to start off this game. Jefferson setting the pick for Roden. The pass to Goodman. No good off the back of the rim. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The dish to Fareed. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that'll tie this game up.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
In the corner, it's Kidd-Gilchrist. Freak dishes to Jefferson. Charlotte moving it around. Chase, high quality look, and he sinks it. Freak's got 5.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Fournier. 8 points his last outing. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Down low, off the pick, and he lays it up and in. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his second basket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. No good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you. The numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Roten. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And that one's good. Freak.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Nurkic setting the pick for Gallinari. Again, the Nuggets score.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Hornets timeout call. Now in the
The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Hornets, number one.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
So it's the Hornets now. They lead by 4. Roten, no good. Rivers passes to Moutier, and it's blocked. Freak with it. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. Roten with it, now defended by Moutier, and that one's good. Freak.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
That's good. Gallinari's got 7. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Roten to the middle. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 45 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
The Nuggets trail by 6. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Moutier pass to O'Connor. Gallinari in the corner. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Picked by Bargnani. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Hornets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Roten. 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and that one's good. Freak.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
From deep, and another 3 for Charlotte.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size.
Your Nuggets dancers!
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Evan Fournier. Austin Rivers is out there with Moutier, and it's O'Connor in at the 4 slot. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trail Blazers delivered quite a performance. He ended with 47 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a roll like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Nuggets call timeout. Now on the court, your very own Nuggets dancers. Let them hear it.
Tony Roden, he's checked in for Charlotte. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. The Nuggets trail by 14. Drobniak. He's covered by Roten, and that one's good. He has 6.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And it's Freak missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Evan Fournier.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line. That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Now Roten, 6 points for him. And Freak throws it down.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And here is Roten. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And both free throws good from Freak. And there's the feed to Rivers. Offline with his 3. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Charlotte up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Just an amazing game for Freak. 28 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Chase in at shooting guard. He's out there at Tony Roden. Jefferson is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Goodman in at the power forward position.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Drobniak. The offensive rebound. And the layup is good. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Move the
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Goodman. Again, the Hornets score.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Chase. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnover.
Denver making a switch here. Moutier is checked in. The Nuggets trail by 21. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And Gallinari kicks to Fournier. Dishes it to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Goodman, Fareed defending. Here's Chase. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Freak's got 35.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Moutier, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
It's stolen by Moutier. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Fires for 3. Good. Moutier's got 5.
Hornets timeout called. Now on the court.
The emphasis on defense becomes even more pronounced down the stretch run. These are the shooting guards who have come away with the most steals in the second half of the season. Freak is second.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
Well, it's a combination of the all-out effort and the flawless technique you just talked about. I mean, that's allowed him to climb that list. I mean, he's rightfully regarded as one of the league's toughest defenders.
Free throw good, Freak. And both free throws good from Freak. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Kenneth Fareed.
Hornets leading by 22. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And it's Denver with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
It's stolen by Moutier. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Kicks it to Gallinari from downtown. Offensive rebound. The Hornets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Stolen by Fareed. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also number 1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
And Freak throws it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And stolen by Freak. Up the floor. Finished off the break. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Charlotte.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Chase. High, arcing shot, and it's Moutier getting it to go. Moutier's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And Bazemore kicks to Ajinça. Here's Chase. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Feeds to Rivers. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Knocked away. And stolen by Freak. He's got a clear path. Good. Hood's got his second basket of the night.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Hornets on top, opening. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the teams will make substitutions. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Moutier out there with Kenneth Fareed. And it's Stokes in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That's foul number 2 for him.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. From the stripe. No luck. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Here's Freak. He feeds it to Bazemore. Picked by Bargnani. Just 5 on the clock. Chase the pass to Bargnani. And there's another one for the Hornets.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Drobniak. He's covered by Roten. Now here's Moutier. Defense right on him. Here's Drobniak. That 3 off the mark.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Sticking too much.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. And Bazemore kicks to Bargnani. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Here's Roten. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Moutier. And it's off from 3-point range.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Bazemore dishes to Freak from deep, and he gets the bucket. Freak's got 49 points in the game.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Nurkic with it. Inside. The shot's good by McCarty.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Charlotte.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Pocket 2, Fareed, no good.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Here's Bazemore. Pass to Hood. There's a screen to the paint. Here's Chase. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Freak's got 54 points. Now here's Moutier. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
A remarkable 27 points from three-point land for him. With that kind of long-range shooting, easy to understand why they came out on top. When a team has a single player accounting for 9 three-pointers, that usually makes for a successful night.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had through his defense. We know he can turn it up on D when he needs to, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.